Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all those, please like, subscribe, and share. We are here with the reading from the Diary of Saint Faustina. We do have a playlist on our YouTube channel, so if you want to, catch up and read all what we've read so far, you certainly can. But we are on Book 5, page 507, number 435. Nope. Can't do anything without my light. That's the first start. Perform each deed in the face of death. Do it now as I would want to see it in my last hour. Although life like wind will pass swiftly by. No deed undertaken of God will perish. I feel the complete decay of my organism. Although I am still living and working, death will be no tragedy for me because I have long felt it. Although it is very unpleasant for nature to constantly try to smell one's own corpse, yet it is not so terrible when the soul is filled with God's light, because in it faith, hope, love, and contrition are awakened. Daily I make great efforts to take part in community life, thereby gaining graces for soul salvation, shielding them by sacrifice for the fire of hell. For the salvation of even a single soul is worth the sacrifice of a lifetime, and the bearing of the greatest sacrifices and torments, seeing how great the glory it gives God. Lord, although you have make known to me the thunders of your anger vanishes before my lowly soul. Although you are great, Lord, you allow yourself to be overcome by a lowly and deeply humble soul. O humility, the most precious of virtues, how few souls possess you. I see only a semblance of this virtue everywhere, but not the virtue itself. Lord, reduce me to nothingness in my own eyes, that I may find grace in yours. Christmas Eve. After Holy Communion, the Mother of God gave me grace to experience the anxious concern she had in her heart because of the Son of God. But this anxiety was permeated with such fragrance of abandonment to the will of God that I should call it rather a delight than anxiety. I understood how many souls ought to accept the will of God in all things. It is a pity I cannot write this the way I experience it. My soul was plunged in deep recollection all day long. Nothing could tear me away from the recollection, neither duties nor the business I had with lay people. Before supper, I went into the chapel for a moment to break the wafer spiritually with those beloved persons so dear to my heart, though far away. First, I steeped myself into profound prayer and asked the Lord for graces for them all as a group, and then for each one individually. Jesus gave me to know how much this pleased him, and my soul was filled with even greater joy to see that God's love in a special way those whom we love. After I had gone into the refectory during the reading, my whole being found itself plunged in God. Interiorly, I saw God looking at us with great pleasure. I remained alone with the Heavenly Father. At the moment, I had a deeper knowledge of the three divine persons whom we shall contemplate for all eternity after millions of years shall discover that we have just barely begun our contemplation. Oh, how great is the mercy of God, who allows man to participate in such a high degree in his divine happiness. At the same time, what great pain pieces my heart at the thought that so many souls have spurned this happiness. When we begin to share the wafer, a sincere mutual love reigned among us. Mother Superior expressed this wish to me. Sister, the works of God proceed slowly, so do not be in a hurry. In general, the sisters sincerely wished me great love, which is that which I desire above all. I saw that these wishes truly came from their hearts, except for one sister who had a concealed malice in her wishes, although this did not cause me such pain, for my soul was pervaded by God. Yet this enlightened me as to why God communicates so little with a soul of this kind, and I learned that such a soul is always seeking itself, even in holy things. How good the Lord is in not letting me go astray. I know that he will guard me, even jealousy, but only as long as I remain little, because it is with such that the great Lord likes to commune. As to proud souls, he watches them from afar and opposes them. Although I wanted to keep vigil for some time before the midnight mass, I could not do so. I fell asleep at once, and I was even feeling weak. But when they rang the bells for midnight mass, I jumped to my feet at once and dressed, though with great difficulty, because I felt sick again and again. When I arrived at midnight mass from the very beginning, I steeped myself into deep recollection, during which time I saw the stable of Bethlehem filled with great radiance. The Blessed Virgin, all lost in the deepest of love, was wrapping Jesus in swaddling clothes, but St. Joseph was still asleep. Only after the Mother of God put Jesus in the manger did the light of God awaken Joseph, who was also praying. But after a while, I was left alone with the infant Jesus, who stretched out his hands to me, and I understood that I was to take him in my arms. Jesus pressed his head against my heart and gave me to know by his profound gaze how good he found it to be next to my heart. At that moment, Jesus disappeared and the bell was ringing for Holy Communion. I think we'll leave it there. What an awesome thing. I hope you all have a good weekend. A beautiful Palm Sunday. We will be back with each other again on Monday for more readings. Until then, be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.